Hello! Alright, before we get into my summer makeup rotation, I wanted to take a second to shout out some faves for my spring rotation. And first is this Etude Fixing Tint. This is in the shade Midnight Mauve. I got it recently and I've been using it non-stop because it's just like the perfect shade if I don't know what to wear and I don't want to like overpower my look. I also use this glowshot from NYX so much. This is in the shade Golden Goji. And it's such a high impact kind of product, but I like that you can either pack it on like this, or you can really sheer it out and get more of like a soft shimmery finish. I have a couple other shades, but I love this one for like an inner corner highlight. Oh, my next fave is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara, and this is in their shade Drift, which is their brown. And okay, I thought I was done with traditional mascaras until I tried this one. I was like, it's only the like tubing ones for me. But the like volume and length on this is so nice, and the chocolate brown color, it looks so nice with my eyes. And it just doesn't feel like too dramatic for every day. I love it. And lastly is this Dior Glow Face Palette. This is in the shade 01 Universal. Man, you just like swirl all these colors together. You don't even have to think about it. Just put it on your cheeks, on your eyes. It is so, so pretty. I had such a fun spring with this rotation. All of the colors and glitters made me so happy. So let's go pick out some new products for summer. All right, let's start off with my favorite category for the summer, and that's highlighters. So I definitely know that I want to use this Danessa Myricks Vision Flush Glow in the shade Majesty. This is just like a gorgeous coppery bronze, and I love putting this just all over my cheeks, basically. And then if I'm not feeling the bronzy glow, I'm gonna go with this Goldgasm Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in the shade Goldgasm. This is like a long-time favorite highlighter of mine. I've rebought it like 2 or 3 times, and I'm gonna have to do that again because this is on its last leg. So I'm gonna put this in so I get as much use out of it as possible. And then even though I desperately would like to add a third highlighter, I know that that's unnecessary. I have other products I need to show love to. So I'm just gonna look at this finishing powder from Hourglass. This is in the shade Radiant Light. And I have it in a mini because it kind of intimidates me. It's like pretty shimmery compared to their other finishing powders, but I wanna like give it a shot more this summer. I think it looked really pretty like in low light at the evenings. So let's put this in the rotation. All right, let's move on to another very important category, bronzers. All right, for bronzers, I want a little bit of variety. So there's this Saie Glowy Super Gel in their Sunglow shade, and I just want to put this all over my face all summer and also see if I can make a dent in this because I've had this for about a year now, and these Saie products, they don't last forever. As desperate as I am to pull in this Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, I know I'm going to use it enough anyway. So instead, I'm going to share the love and pull in this Phytosurgence cream bronzer. And this is in the shade 7. It's a really interesting formula. As you can see, it's a little drier and you need a really stiff brush to pick it up, which is why I don't gravitate towards it as often. It's a little harder to use for me, but just like I gave the highlighter a chance this past spring, I want to focus on this bronzer this summer. And lastly, to set everything, you gotta have a good powder bronzer. So I'm gonna get my often neglected NARS bronzer, and this is in the shade Casino. We got a little flaming curvy on the front. And this is a nice deeper shade since some of the bronzers that I have are just a little bit lighter. I can add this if I want to add some more dimension. All right, let's head to blushes. So I feel like a red blush is summer. So I'm gonna put in this one from Rare Beauty in the shade Grateful. And I also want a nice orange. So I'm gonna put in Golden Hour from Tower 28 because this is like on its last leg. I don't even dare to smell it. And lastly, I feel like it'd be nice to have something to go with all the bronzy looks to kind of complement that. So I have this new one from Essence that I literally haven't even used yet. And this is in the shade 20 Bespoke, but I got this thinking it might be a dupe for She's So LA from Patrick Ta. I don't have it to compare, but I feel like it looks close enough. It'll give me that vibe. So in the rotation it goes. Also, I feel like this is calling for a sticker. I need to remedy that. Okay, absolutely lovely. Let's pick out some lips and eye products and then we're done. All right, I've made my decisions. So for eyes, I have a couple like kind of simple eye look essentials. I've got this dazzlestick from KVD in the shade Electro. And this is just like such a pretty gold and like blue shift, or like golden green. And it really doesn't budge when you wear it. It lasts all day and it looks so high impact and compliment getting. It's perfect for the summer. I also wanted a nice deep brown liner, and this is the So Fierce Vinyl Eyeliner from Revlon in the shade Midnight Mocha. And this is also super long lasting and reads as a real brown and not just like a softer black. So going in the rotation. This is a new pickup from me from Essence. It's their Blend and Line eyeshadow stick in Copper Feels. And it is like just a very smooth kind of one and done shadow shade. It's not super in your face. It's just nice to like swipe on and feel like you have something on your lids and they're not just nude. So I'm really like a simple eye look girl all year, but especially in the summer, I really just don't want to deal with the hassle of it. So excited for these picks. Oh, I also wanted something a little glittery. So I'm just putting in this Party Favor palette from Urban Decay, especially this shade Power Trip. That's really coppery. I am so excited to wear that this season. And then I couldn't resist. I went back for another highlighter. This is my super aged masterchrome highlighter in 100 Molten Gold. This was just my absolute favorite highlighter in like 2018, and I've hung on to it since then. But I think it's so cute to just put like a little highlight of this on the nose or inner corner. I don't know. I feel like highlighters are coming back. I don't know if y'all saw like the Patrick Powell ones and stuff, and I feel like I haven't seen real highlighter releases in ages, so I'm kind of like confused as to what's going on. I wasn't over it, but I thought everyone else was. And lastly, I've got some lip options. So I've got a nice little stain from Fenty. This is in Berry Banger. It's like their grape one. And then from Hourglass, I have one of their like glossy volumizing bombs. And this is a pink one in Crave. I think this came out a little recently. But how cute for summer. And then I love just like a soft matte lip tint, and this is the shade Soft Walnut from Etude. This is their fixing tint. And it's pretty close to like a My Lips But Better shade for me. When it's sheared out, it looks super natural. But yay, that's everything in the rotation, so let's do our makeup. Okay, let's do like a very bronzy makeup look, because I picked out all these products with the idea of like, I'm not going on a tropical vacation this summer, so I'd like to just kind of get that vibe at home through my makeup. So let's do something very bronzy, some copper, a little like sun-kissed look. That's what I've got in mind. I'm gonna start with the Saie Sunglow, and I'm just gonna put that kind of like in a little helmet formation. I'm very excited that it's warmer now and that I can use this one again because it gives such like a nice bronzy look without feeling super heavy. I really like the Saie glowy super gels in general just because I don't feel them on my face, and I hate the thickness of some other like glow boosters. I have made the mistake of putting this all over my face though, and it gave me like a very glittery mustache in the sunlight, so I'm just keeping it in the periphery now. And I'm just adding a little bit more for like an ultra bronziness. What's nice is this is like very sheer, so you can layer it up, and again, it's not gonna feel super heavy. All right, next, I forgot to mention, but I'm rolling over my Flawless filter to my summer rotation because I've really gotta get more use out of this. And I'm gonna use it this time underneath my eyes as concealer. I like doing this in the winter when my skin gets super dry, but in the summer, I feel like it just gives this really like glowy, healthy, like I am super hydrated kind of look. And I don't feel like putting on a foundation since this has like a little bit of coverage. I'm just gonna put that on some like hyperpigmentation spots and just make them glowy, because why not? My under eyes are kind of just dry on the regular though, so I feel like it really benefits from having something that reflects light under there. I don't know if y'all remember the Becca under eye corrector. Oh, you know, I think Smashbox picked it up actually, so they still sell it. But I loved that stuff. It was just like having, it was almost like metallic underneath your eyes, but it just made you look so awake. And this kind of mimics that. But we are gonna tone it down just with like a little bit of powder. I used the finishing powders from the Hourglass like collection to set my under eyes because it's not as drying. It's more of like a satin finish compared to other setting powders. I guess because it's not really a setting powder. You see how shiny they are now. And then just takes the sheen down a little bit, but they still look alive. I'm gonna step out of the rotation real quick and use the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer because this is gonna be like my go-to bronzer this summer. And just get a little on there, or a lot. This is probably my favorite cream bronzer that I've tried, but the one that just came out from Saie that's in the little like, is it almost like their blush thing on like a wand? I really want to try that one, but I can't bring myself to buy another bronzer when I have so many that I still need to use and get through. But I can feel that I'm having another wave of products reach their expiration date, so I'm probably gonna have to do another declutter soon and then go buy more. It's just, you know, the cycle of makeup, I guess. Amazing. I love that product so much. I think I'm gonna do some fake freckles real quickly and then we'll hop to blush. Yay, okay, so cute. This is like my favorite part of my makeup routine these days. But let's do some blush. So I have my Tower 28 blush in Golden Hour, just a beautiful orange that is like, it's almost tangerine. I don't know, there's something just so vibrant about this, but it's not like neon. It's very good for spring and summer, but it's also almost on death's door, unfortunately. That's so vibrant. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the like kind of wavy W across for that like sunburn look. I haven't done that in a while. Oh my gosh, so cute. Holy cow. Okay, it makes me wish that I was going to like the beach somewhere tropical. I wish I was going to Jamaica this summer, holy crap. Instead, I think I'm just gonna be here. I have like traveling the rest of the year and traveled a bit earlier this year, but I think we're gonna just stay at the home base. And I think I'm gonna like try and explore Chicago more because I haven't really ventured outside of like the neighborhoods right around where I live. There's so much to see. Also, I've lived here 3 years and I've never been to the beach, so I think I'm gonna try and rectify that this summer. You know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna repurchase this once it's fully expired, but I don't know, it's up there. I like it, and it's so slim, the packaging. I just really have no patience for chunky packaging these days. I was gonna say let's set the face, but I have one more cream product. This is the Danessa Myricks Vision Glow Flush, and this is in Vision Flush Glow, my apologies. And this is in the shade Majesty. And I think I'm just gonna put this on the high points and maybe like underneath my brow. That just blends in so easily. And I definitely remember from like last season when I wore this a lot that it also layers pretty well if you want to like build it up for something a bit more intense. Oh goodness, I need to get my eyebrows done. Okay, stunning. I might just go over that a teensy bit with the blush, but I'm gonna do that anyway after I've powdered everything. I'm just gonna go back on top with this to give it a little sense of life again. But first, I'm gonna use my Hourglass setting powder in translucent medium. Because I don't know, I feel like, I can't remember what year it was that the dewy look really started to trend, but I feel like now I kind of am somewhere in between. I'm more of like a satin person than like a fully dewy look. I like a dewy cheek for sure, but the rest of me needs to have like, you need to bring it down a little bit just so that the dewiness really stands out. Otherwise, I don't know. Any look that's like too one note for me, it's just not as interesting in my opinion. But please let me know your summer plans if you are living in the Northern Hemisphere, because I would like to live vicariously through you. Now I'm gonna visit someone I haven't seen in a long time, and this is the NARS Powder Bronzer in Casino. So deep, so lovely. I don't wanna get in trouble using a very dense brush because I already have a bit of bronzing going on, so I'm gonna take this like duo fiber brush. And it will help just disperse the pigment a bit more so I won't be overwhelmed. Okay, I'm liking where this look is going. Let's do some eyes. I've already done my unruly brows, but let's do some eyeshadow. I think I'm going to take, actually let me take a little bit of this bronzer from the Hourglass palette I was using before, and I'm just gonna sweep this everywhere. This is like my lazy eyeshadow for sure, just like putting a bronzer all over. I'm on the everyday, I'm really not doing a lot as far as eyes go. Unfortunately, these days I just don't have the energy. But putting this from the lash line to the brow is just very beautiful. And then I'm gonna take Casino just a little bit on the outer corner. And now for my rotation, I'm gonna use the Essence Blend-In Line eyeshadow stick in, I wanna remember the name of this because it was so funny. Copper Feels. Incredible. I feel like from my memory, this doesn't have the best longevity, but I'm hoping that because the powder's involved, it'll just like, they'll stick together. And I find with products like these, it's just easiest to use my finger to blend. I feel like brushes just kind of like suck it all up and it gets patchy very quickly. This thing is just so easy to use. I feel like I want to check out the other colors that they have because sometimes with Essence, it's so tempting for me to just buy a whole bunch of things from them because they are so cheap. But I'm like, let's simmer down and like try out one product, one shade, and see how it works before we buy the whole dang line. And now I think I'm going to take this brown eyeliner. This is the So Fierce vinyl eyeliner from Revlon in Mighty Mocha. And I think I just want to draw like a line almost down, just like following the curve of my eye for a little smoky something. I don't feel like this summer look, I don't really want it to be super precise, you know, just kind of a messy, smudgy summer look. Next, I'm going to take this like little tiny angled brush and I'm just going to go into Casino and grab a little bit of powder and put it on top of that gel liner so that it really lasts all day. But I will say that that Revlon liner is super long lasting on its own. I more so just want to kind of like tamp down the pigment because that brown is like really, really deep and I just want to lighten it up a bit. Maybe if this was like a nighttime look, I would leave it as is, but I like that this brings a little bit of depth, but not too much for the daytime. And then on a smudgy brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of Casino again and just kind of drag it on the outer corner underneath my eye. I like it. Eyes are probably like the hardest part for me because I definitely like to just stay in my comfort zone. But there's just something about like the bronziness that I feel really works with my eye color and it just makes me feel so pretty. And that's kind of the goal. I could take a little bit of glitter and put it on top. I don't know. I'm really liking the like simplicity of it, but hard to resist the call of glitter. So I will take a little bit. And this is the shade Powder Trip. Just a little bit of setting spray so that it doesn't fall all over my face. Okay, cool. Oh, I think that goes great with the blush. Awesome. Speaking of blush, I'm gonna go back and put a little bit on. I love it so much. Okay, finishing touches time. I'm gonna use my broken and well-loved Molten Gold highlighter from Maybelline. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose. It's such an intense highlighter, but I feel like it gives a very diffused look if you rub it in for even a second. It doesn't take long for it to actually just like melt in like molten gold. And I think I'm just going to take a little bit on this pointy brush and use it to do my inner corner highlight. Okay, now I want to do like a little line going in here. Or is that too much? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Now let's do setting spray. Okay, let's do some mascara. I'm going to use the Make Waves mascara from Tower 28 in Drift. They're like brown shade. This mascara is absolutely divine. Oh my gosh, it's like crazy to look at it because I feel like I'm wearing false lashes. I don't know, maybe it doesn't look that intense on camera, but it's like all of those lashes exist on my eyes because they're usually just like this, but these like actually hold the curl and add volume and length. It's absolutely magic. All right, lastly, let's do some lips. I'm kind of bad at like lip pairings in particular because the lip liner part of the equation throws me off. So I kind of just stick to using Cork by MAC and hoping that that works. And then I'm just going to top it off with the Hourglass Volumizing Glossy Balm in the shade Crave. And I apply this just by dabbing. I think this was the perfect choice for this look. There's like a little bit of orange in it. It's kind of like a peachy shade. I really thought it was more pink, but maybe just with all the other tones, I don't know. I just feel like it works very well and I am not gonna question it. I absolutely love this look. I think this is perfect just for like a summer day to night kind of transition, especially with the glitter that I've got going on in the eyes. I'm just so stoked with how bronzy and glowy I feel and look. Let's take this clip out. Okay, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's the stuff. I love this look. I'm gonna have so much fun with this rotation this season. Amazing, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was, you know, a makeup look can go any direction, but I feel like this turned out really well and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. So don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed our little makeup sesh and I will see you in the next video. Bye.